YouTube, hi, it's me, Maritza. I'm so sorry I haven't been posting any videos in a while. I've been caught up with a lot of stuff. Uh, let's see what I haven't discussed since all that time. Well, I saw my OBGYN 2 Fridays ago. I had not gained any weight whatsoever. I was so excited because 2 weeks prior to that, I had gained like four pounds, which I was just like absolutely crazy about. I'm sure I've gained weight this week because I see her again on Friday, so I'm pretty sure I've gained a little bit of something. So it's absolutely normal. It's not a big deal. But yeah, so I saw her 2 Fridays ago. No weight gain. Everything was going well. The baby looked good. By the way, I am 1 week away from being 6 months pregnant. It's like crazy to think about that I'm about to be 6 months pregnant. But yeah, that's the case. Um, so I saw some questions. Somebody wanted to know about the medications I'm on. Well, I mean, in the first few videos, I did explain the medications at a point. Um, I prior to being pregnant, I mean, I'm on the same medication. Nothing has changed. The only thing is that I was supposed to be on prednisone, 5 milligrams, but very disobedient me hadn't been taking it the whole time. So when the doctor found out, because as soon as I got pregnant, I had to tell my transplant doctor that I was not taking the prednisone. So as soon as I told her, of course, it was a little bit of a scary situation. Uh, but my health has been fantastic. So they decided, you know what, if you've been off of it this long, we're sure that you can be off of it forever at this point. So I'm not on prednisone. I hate that medication. It really causes the moon face. Makes you eat more, things like that. So the medications that I'm currently on are tacrolimus, which is a generic of Prograf, and I'm on 4 milligrams twice a day. I've been on 4 milligrams since I can remember. I have not increased or decreased in the longest of times, and this year I made 5 years with my kidney transplant, so that's pretty exciting. My creatinine has been 0.9 for quite some time as well. Everything has been pretty fantastic. I'm also on azathioprine. Azathioprine is a replacement of my Fortic. So generally, you are taking my Fortic as one of the steroids or anti-rejections, and the reason why they replace it with azathioprine is because my Fortic is not necessarily safe for the baby, so they replace that with azathioprine. Azathioprine usually will be for pregnant women who have a kidney transplant, so it's the safer alternative. Also, I'm on prenatal vitamins, which contain iron inside of them. Excuse me, guys, I have congestion again. It's like I'm constantly congested. This is like my fourth time being congested in my pregnancy, but I also think it's because of the weather changing constantly. Here in New York, it's been hot and cold, hot and cold, hot and cold. Well, not necessarily hot, but it's been cold and then warm, and then cold and then warm. But anyway, so I'm a little bit congested. The final medication I'm on is magnesium oxide. And the reason why I'm on magnesium oxide is because my magnesium levels were low even prior to being pregnant. And recently it was just a little bit lower than normal. And apparently the pregnancy does that. It can cause levels in your blood to kind of like spike or drop. And apparently in my case the magnesium level dropped a bit. So they haven't really altered the medication dosage or anything. So I'm still on one pill twice a day. I'm not really sure the milligrams on my magnesium oxide, but those are the 4 medications I'm taking. I'm also drinking fish oil pills, which is very good for you. Since technically pregnant women are only allowed to have like fish once a week, but I don't really eat it because I haven't been like for it really. So the fish oil pill helps provide me with the omega-3 fatty acids that we all need in our bodies, whether we're pregnant or not. Aside from that, I've still been exercising very frequently. You know, I am very fortunate. My pregnancy is so easy. Like, the only complaint I pretty much have is that my legs have been swelling up more lately. So when I stand for longer periods of time, they swell. But honestly, it's not like an unbearable swelling. It's bearable. So I do still do a lot of walking and whatnot. As a matter of fact, yesterday I went bowling. And I was lifting a 10-pound bowling ball. I was perfectly fine. When I was done playing, I had no back pain. Nothing hurt. I didn't sprain anything. It's like, as I mentioned in my previous videos, I'm very fit, I guess. So I've been working out since age 15. I'm going to be 28 in the next couple of weeks. Oh my gosh. But I'm fairly fit, even being pregnant. And as much as I hate the weight gain, like, my cheeks are looking chubbier than ever. And my belly's growing a little bit. Oh, one thing that has been happening. For the last week, I have been feeling my daughter move a lot, especially at night. So at night, she is like fidgeting. She's going to be a very big mover when she's born. So she's a mover. And my boyfriend has felt it too. As a matter of fact, last night I had him place his hand on my belly for like a good half hour, and he compared the feeling to a heartbeat. So that's pretty reasonable and fair to say that it was a movement, because I didn't feel like using the bathroom, so it was definitely a movement. That's one thing. Krabby Patty me. I'm always Krabby Patty. As I mentioned in one of my last videos, I do suffer from borderline personality disorder, which is personality and emotional / mood disorder. It's sometimes confused for bipolar, but they differ in so many ways. I don't have like 1 minute and up and the next minute and down. It, like, with bipolar disorder, you're like extremely high or extremely low. It's like it's so drastically noticeable. In my case, I am pretty stable in my life. I'm able to work, I'm able to do all this stuff. I'm very, very stable with people. The only thing is when I'm upset, that's when I have difficulty collecting myself and calming down. So I have like this anger that I need to sort of work on, which is part of the borderline personality disorder. I do feel like lately I've been a little bit miserable. I don't know if I'm coming on with depression again, because I have had depression and anxiety in the past, and what I was taking for that was I was taking, what was the name? Celexa, but it was the generic version, which is called, no, Celexa, yeah, citalopram is the generic. Celexa is the actual name brand. So I was taking that. I started off taking 10 milligrams of that, and it was doing really, really good. But then after like a few weeks, I guess, I was sort of slipping again. So they had increased it to 20 milligrams. But I did have to stop taking it as soon as I was pregnant. But I actually stopped taking it weeks prior to getting pregnant, and I didn't even expect to get pregnant. So, and the reason why I stopped taking them is because I felt like I wasn't losing weight, and so I wanted to just deal with the verbal therapy. There's a therapy called dialectal behavior therapy, which helps with borderline personality disorder sufferers, and also there's psychotherapy. So, as far as that's concerned, as I want to start getting some therapy now to at least like relax my mood swings, because I figure that having the psychological disorder and being pregnant will just make me even worse than normal. So I feel like maybe getting a therapist now because I'm pregnant and working on myself still, so that when my daughter's born, it'll be easier to manage. And even after that, I'll continue seeing somebody. I think therapy is amazing. Nobody should be ashamed to admit their struggles. Everybody has a struggle. I feel like everybody can benefit from a therapist, whether or not you feel like something's wrong with you. Some people have the most minor situations, like, for example, OCD. I have an aunt who has OCD. Her OCD is very extreme, so she sees a therapist for that. So, I mean, to each their own, you know? Everybody has their thing. But as long as it's not affecting others more than, well, I don't know. Like, I feel like my situation is pretty bad at times. But I don't think it's the worst thing out there. I feel like I'm pretty normal. I'm intelligent. I'm going to school, so it's like I'm sure I can handle it. Um, so I know I told you guys that I absolutely hate pregnancy. I was even reading a book called I Hate Pregnancy. But as of in the recent weeks, I've come to realize that I've accepted my pregnancy and I've accepted my physical appearance, because I know that as soon as the baby's born, I will be able to at least go back to some sort of normalcy physically. But also, I have absolutely fallen in love with my baby. I am already in love with my baby girl. I I think about her all the time now. It's crazy. I mean, I know that initially I wanted a boy. I really did. I was really, 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 really craving to have a boy. So the day I found out I was having a girl, it was a minor disappointment. But I remember the ultrasound lady saying that she was leaning more towards a girl, because at that time it wasn't like a definitive. And I stayed quiet. I didn't really give any kind of reaction. So thereafter, my boyfriend and I decided to go to Bye Bye Baby and register. So we registered on the day that we found out we were pretty much having a girl. It was an accurate thing. So even weeks later, she said, yes, it's a girl. So I still wasn't like fully accepting of it until just recently, like a few weeks ago. And lately, like, I just can't wait. I can't wait to hold her. I can't wait to have her grow up with me and learn a lot, you know? I do fear a lot of things, because myself being a girl, it hasn't been an easy life. I mean, look at me now, you know, with my mental stuff. But I've been through a lot in my life, you know? I was physically, mentally, emotionally abused when I was 14 by a boyfriend at that time. My parents didn't have the best relationship when I was growing up. I was a chubby girl, and because of the abuse from that one boyfriend, I became anorexic, and therefore became really messed up mentally. I was suicidal in high school, and I hated my body. I was like 96 pounds, and I just hated the way I looked. Hated it. So, I mean, a lot happened in my teenage years, and I do fear a lot from my daughter. I wouldn't want her to go through any of what I went through, but let's just say if she were to, I would hope that she would turn to me and ask me for help and advice, because I will be the best mother that I can possibly be. That's the best I can say. So hopefully, you know, she's okay and she doesn't have to suffer as much as I did. I will never try to let her suffer as much as I did. And both my boyfriend and I want to be the best parents possible. Nobody's perfect. We all know that. No relationship is perfect. No individual is perfect. And I can honestly say, you know what? Maybe we should do couples counseling just to make sure everything's okay, make sure we will be the best parents. You know, because I love him. I love my boyfriend so much. He has been with me through thick and thin, literally. I cannot say that about any other person that I've been with in my past. He literally has dealt with so much with me. And as impatient as he is, like naturally he's an impatient person, when it comes to me, he has been the utmost in the oh my god, amazing. He's been amazing and patient with me, and I cannot ask for anything better. He is a great boyfriend. He has an amazing heart. He's generous, he's giving. He doesn't complain about stupid things. He shows me that he loves me. He's still extremely attracted to me. Even me feeling pregnant and like a whale, he still feels like 100% attracted to me. And, I couldn't ask for anything more because, like I said, I've never had that in my past. This guy is my absolute future. And as much as I can sometimes go crazy and tell him that I need to, like, leave him or be away from him, I know that deep inside my heart, I don't mean it. I'm just being really pregnant and really, like, mentally confused. So, I think I vented a little too much here, guys. But, if you have any questions, please post it. I'm so sorry for the late YouTube video. Oh, well, nothing else is going on. I mean, I saw my transplant doctor and I saw my OBGYN, and everything's doing good. They haven't, usually when you get the call, that means something's a little bit up. So I haven't gotten any calls. I've been pretty good. I see my transplant doctor April 30th, and like I said, I see my OBGYN this Friday. As you already know, I'm a high-risk patient, so I see my doctor every 2 weeks. OBGYN. I see her every 2 weeks. She's a fantastic OBGYN. I couldn't ask for anybody better. She's so sweet, caring, giving, and she completely knows the right things to say to make me feel good as a pregnant girl. And my birthday is coming up. It's in the next 3 weeks or so. April 8th. Gonna be 28, but I don't feel it. As a matter of fact, my boyfriend and I the other day, we went to play some scratch off tickets, and the gentleman there asked me how old I was. And of course, pregnancy brain kicked in at the moment, and I'm like, 27. So I probably look like the only liar, but he was like, wow, you really look like you're 18 or 19. And then a lady who was with him there behind the counter was like, you look like you're 15 actually. So I didn't have my ID on me. I left it in the car. So I told my boyfriend, you know what, show your ID. Even though he's 2 years younger, he's still of age. So I'm like, just show your ID. And they were like, well, you don't look any older. You look about 18, 19 yourself. But he showed his ID. We were okay. Next time I'll make sure I'll bring in the ID so they can be like, wow, you really are 27 going on 28. Yes, I have a couple of wise years in me. So anyway, guys, sorry for all this venting and stuff. There's nothing really new aside from the swelling of the legs, the movement of my daughter, and some crankiness. I've been feeling pretty good. Just now I have like some congestion from the weekend because my silly self decided that it was still warm outside and I wouldn't wear a jacket. So anyway, I'm really stubborn. So guys, God bless you. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And keep it real, safe, honest, great. Alright, peace.